There's a jar in your pantry right now, a jar you've trusted for years, the one your parents bought, the one you give your kids without a second thought. It's supposed to be simple, just peanuts and salt. But what if that jar is lying to you? What if the peanut butter brands Canadians trust most are cutting corners, manipulating ingredients, and charging premium prices for products that aren't what they claim to be? What if those natural and organic labels you're paying extra for mean nothing at all? These are the 10 peanut butter brands you need to stop buying immediately. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your pantry the same way again. Let's expose the truth. Number 10. Wowbutter from Ontario. Wowbutter isn't peanut butter. It's a soy-based substitute designed for schools and facilities where peanuts are banned. But here's the problem. It's marketed and positioned alongside real peanut butter, and many Canadians buy it thinking it's a healthier alternative. The base ingredient is roasted soybeans, not peanuts. Soybeans don't have the same nutritional profile, flavor complexity, or protein quality as peanuts. But Wowbutter adds sugar, soybean oil, palm oil, salt, and natural flavors to make it taste peanut-like. This is ultra-processed food engineering. Check the sugar content. A 2 tablespoon serving contains 3 grams of added sugar. Real peanut butter made from just peanuts contains 0 added sugar. The natural sugars in peanuts are minimal. Wowbutter needs added sweetness because soybeans are bland and lack the natural richness of peanuts. But here's what bothers me most. Wowbutter functions as a confectionery spread, not a nutritious nut butter. It's designed to taste sweet and appealing to children. The nutritional density is lower. The protein quality is inferior. The healthy fats in peanuts are replaced with processed oils. If you're buying Wowbutter because of peanut allergies, that's understandable. But if you're buying it thinking it's healthier than peanut butter, you're being misled. The price is $6.99 to $7.99 for a 500-gram jar. That's expensive for processed soy paste. For a legitimate peanut-free alternative, sunflower seed butter or almond butter would be better choices with superior nutrition and no added sugars. Number 9. Kraft peanut butter. Canada produced. The peanut butter that defined childhoods across this country. But here's the truth. Kraft is highly processed, loaded with unnecessary ingredients, and overpriced for what you're getting. The ingredient list reveals everything. Peanuts, corn maltodextrin, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, salt, mono, and diglycerides. Let's break that down. Corn maltodextrin is a processed starch used as a filler and texture modifier. Sugar is added for sweetness. Hydrogenated vegetable oil is added to prevent separation and create that smooth, uniform texture Canadians expect. But here's the problem. These additives distort natural peanut flavor. Real peanut butter tastes nutty, slightly sweet, with deep roasted notes. Kraft tastes sweet and flat. The sugar and maltodextrin overwhelm the peanuts. You're eating sweetened peanut paste, not peanut butter. The stabilizers eliminate oil separation, which sounds convenient. But natural oil separation is a sign of quality. It means the peanut butter hasn't been chemically altered. When you remove that separation with hydrogenated oils, you're eating trans fats or heavily processed fats that your body struggles to metabolize. And the price is insulting. Kraft charges $7.99 to $8.99 for a 1 kilogram jar. That's $9 for peanuts mixed with cornstarch and sugar. You're paying premium prices for a product loaded with cheap fillers. Compare that to natural peanut butter brands that cost the same or less and contain only peanuts and salt. Kraft is exploiting brand loyalty to sell inferior products at inflated prices. Number 8. Barber's. Nuts About Peanut Butter from New Brunswick. This brand markets itself as sugar-free and natural. The label emphasizes simplicity and purity. Canadians in Atlantic Canada have supported this regional brand for years. But the sugar-free claim hides a more serious problem, an aggressive stabilizer profile that destroys texture and flavor. The ingredient list shows peanuts, salt, and stabilizers, including modified palm oil. That modified palm oil is there to prevent separation and create smooth texture. But it also creates a waxy mouthfeel. Spread this on toast, and you'll notice it doesn't melt naturally. It sits on the surface with an oily sheen. That's the stabilizer coating your mouth. The flavor depth is thin. There's minimal roast development. Good peanut butter should taste rich, nutty, and complex. Barber's tastes flat and one-dimensional. That suggests the peanuts are under-roasted or low quality. Deep roasting develops flavor compounds that make peanut butter delicious. Without that roast, you're eating bland peanut paste. But here's the worst part. Texture collapse after opening. The first week, Barber's has acceptable texture. By week 2, it becomes dry and crumbly. By week 3, it's nearly inedible. The stabilizers that initially create smooth texture break down over time, leaving you with chalky, separated peanut butter that's difficult to spread. For $8.49 for a 500-gram jar, this is terrible value. You're paying for a product that deteriorates rapidly and never tasted good to begin with. Regional pride doesn't justify supporting inferior products. Number 7. Colonel Peanuts Peanut Butter from Ontario. This brand has strong marketing around Canadian-grown peanuts and local production. The packaging emphasizes Ontario agriculture and supporting Canadian farmers. That story is appealing, but the product doesn't deliver. The roast profiles are inconsistent. I purchased 3 jars over 2 months from different stores. The first had decent roast depth with some caramelized notes. The second was under-roasted and tasted raw. The third was somewhere in between. This level of inconsistency is unacceptable. Every jar should taste the same. When roast quality varies this much, it reveals poor quality control. The natural sweetness is weak. Great peanut butter has a subtle sweetness from roasted peanuts. Kernel tastes flat and slightly bitter. That bitterness comes from under-roasted or low-quality peanuts. Premium peanuts have higher sugar content and develop rich sweetness when properly roasted. Cheap peanuts stay bitter no matter how they're processed. The finish is unsatisfying. Good peanut butter leaves a pleasant, lingering nuttiness in your mouth. Kernel disappears immediately with no aftertaste. That's a sign of poor peanut quality and weak roast development. For $9.99 for a 750-gram jar, you're paying premium prices for inconsistent, mediocre peanut butter. The Canadian-grown story is nice, but it doesn't matter if the product isn't good. Quality matters more than origin. Number 6. Island Nut Roastery. Peanut butter from Vancouver Island. This is positioned as artisanal, small batch, Kraft peanut butter. The branding emphasizes quality, tradition, and attention to detail. The price reflects that positioning. $11.99 to $12.99 for a 500-gram jar. That's premium pricing. Does it deliver premium quality? Absolutely not. The roast intensity is underwhelming. For a company called Nut Roastery, the peanuts are surprisingly underdeveloped. There's minimal caramelization, limited depth. The color is pale, not the deep golden brown you expect from properly roasted peanuts. This suggests short roast times or low temperatures. Either way, it's a failure of their core competency. The texture separation exceeds acceptable limits. Natural peanut butter separates. That's expected. But Island Nut Roastery separates so aggressively that stirring becomes a workout. The oil layer is thick and difficult to reincorporate. Once you finally mix it, the texture is grainy and never becomes truly smooth. This indicates poor grinding or low-quality peanuts with inadequate oil content. But here's what makes this brand particularly disappointing: the price-to-quality ratio. $13 for 500 grams of mediocre peanut butter is insulting. You're paying for Vancouver Island branding and craft marketing, not superior product. I've tasted $6 peanut butters with better roast development and texture. Artisanal doesn't mean good, it means small batch. If those small batches aren't executed properly, you're just getting expensive mediocrity. Number 5. Logan Petit Lot Peanut Butter from Quebec. This brand is trying to innovate. They offer unique flavor blends: espresso peanut butter, maple peanut butter, cocoa peanut butter. The packaging is beautiful. The branding is sophisticated. But here's the problem. Innovative blends are masking an underdeveloped peanut base. The core peanut butter lacks quality. Before you add espresso or maple, the plain peanut butter should be excellent. Logan's base is thin, under-roasted, and bland. The peanut flavor is weak. The texture is loose. When you taste the espresso variety, you're tasting espresso with some peanut paste. The peanut should be the star. The additions should enhance. Instead, the additions are covering up poor fundamentals. Heavy flavor additives dilute core product quality. A 2-tablespoon serving of Logan's maple peanut butter contains added maple syrup, sea salt, and natural flavors. You're eating flavored peanut paste, not peanut butter with subtle maple notes. This is the same strategy used by poor quality yogurt brands. Drown bad product in strong flavors so consumers don't notice the base is terrible. And the price is excessive. Logan charges $13.99 to $14.99 for a 500-gram jar. That's $15 for weak peanut butter with added maple syrup. You could buy excellent plain peanut butter for $6 and add your own maple syrup for $2. You'd save money and get better quality. Innovation without execution is just expensive failure. Logan has the marketing. Number 4. Fatso Peanut Butter from Victoria. This brand has creative flavors and bold branding. Peanut butter with MCT oil, high protein varieties, Flavored options. The marketing targets fitness enthusiasts and health-conscious consumers. But here's the reality. Creative flavors are distracting from inconsistent peanut quality. The base peanut quality varies by batch. Some jars have decent roast and texture. Others are gritty and underdeveloped. When a brand adds multiple ingredients like MCT oil, protein powder, and flavorings, consistency becomes crucial. Fatso can't maintain it. But here's the bigger issue: excessive oils and sweeteners. The MCT oil varieties contain added coconut-derived oil on top of peanut oil. Why? MCT oil is trendy. It's associated with ketogenic diets and energy. But adding it to peanut butter creates an oily, slippery texture that coats your mouth unpleasantly. You're not eating peanut butter, you're eating oil suspension with peanut flavor. The sweetened varieties contain honey, coconut sugar, or maple syrup. A 2-tablespoon serving can contain 4 to 6 grams of added sugar. That's dessert-level sweetness. This is a dessert spread masquerading as nut butter. If you want dessert, buy Nutella. Don't pretend sweetened peanut paste is a health food. At $11.99 to $13.99 for 500 grams, Fatso is expensive for what amounts to peanut-flavored oil with protein powder. The health branding is misleading. The quality is inconsistent. The value is poor. Number 3. Wander Nut Butters from Toronto. This brand positions itself as global-inspired artisan nut butters. They offer flavors like tahini turmeric peanut butter, Thai curry peanut butter, and harissa-spiced varieties. The concept is interesting. The execution is a disaster. The artisan branding promises quality craftsmanship, but international spices completely overpower the peanuts. Stirring helps temporarily, but within hours, separation returns. This is poor formulation. And the price is insulting. Wander charges $14.99 to $16.99 for 350 to 500 grams. That's $17 for poorly executed spiced peanut paste. You could buy good peanut butter for $7 and quality curry paste for $5. You'd have better products and save money. Wander is solving a problem that doesn't exist and doing it badly at premium prices. Number 2. New World Peanut Butter from Vancouver. This brand markets itself as organic and additive-free. Pure peanuts. No sugar, no oil, no salt in some varieties. The packaging is minimalist. The branding emphasizes transparency and simplicity. On paper, this sounds perfect. In reality, it's deeply disappointing. The flavor profile is flat. Organic and additive-free mean nothing if the product tastes bad. New World tastes bland, chalky, and underdeveloped. There's no richness, no depth, no complexity. Just neutral peanut paste that happens to be organic. The roast development is weak, limiting aroma and depth. Great peanut butter smells incredible. Open the jar and you're hit with toasted, caramelized peanut aroma. New World smells like raw peanuts. That's a failure of roasting. Without proper roast, you can't develop the Maillard reactions that create flavor complexity. The texture is dry and difficult to spread. Even after thorough stirring, New World remains thick and crumbly. This suggests low-quality peanuts with poor oil content or over-grinding that releases too much oil initially, leaving the solids dry. But here's what makes this the second worst: the price. New World charges $12.99 to $13.99 for 500 grams. You're paying $13 for organic peanuts that taste worse than conventional peanuts. Organic certification doesn't make bad peanuts good, it just makes them expensive. If you're paying premium prices for organic, the product should be superior in every way. New World is inferior in taste, texture, and experience. The organic label is the only thing it has. That's not enough. Number 1. The worst peanut butter brand in Canada. Nuts to You, Nut Butter from Ontario. This is the brand I most strongly recommend Canadians avoid. And here's why this placement will shock people. Nuts to You is famous. They're in health food stores across the country. They have organic certification. They market themselves as pure, natural, and premium. Canadian families trust this brand. That trust is completely misplaced. The organic halo masks mediocre peanut sourcing. Just because peanuts are organic doesn't mean they're high quality. Nuts to You uses organic peanuts, but the roast quality, flavor development, and texture indicate these are low-grade nuts. The taste is flat. The color is pale. The aroma is weak. The mouthfeel is chalky and unpleasant. Spread Nuts to You on bread, and it doesn't glide smoothly. It tears the bread. It sits on your tongue like dry powder. This is what happens when peanuts are ground improperly or when the peanuts themselves lack adequate oil content. Great peanut butter should be creamy and rich, even in natural varieties. Nuts to You feels like eating peanut dust held together with minimal oil. But here's the most insulting part: premium price without premium experience. Nuts to You charges $11.99 to $14.99 for 500 to 750 grams depending on the variety and store. That's $15 for peanut butter that tastes worse than $5 brands. The organic certification doesn't improve flavor. It doesn't improve texture. It just increases price. The health branding is unsupported by sensory performance. Health food should still taste good. Nutritious doesn't mean bland and chalky. Nuts to You has convinced Canadians that bad-tasting peanut butter is somehow healthier. It's not. It's just badly made peanut butter with an organic label. I tested Nuts to You against 6 other organic peanut butter brands. It ranked last in flavor, texture, and overall quality. The only category it won was price. Most expensive for worst quality. That's the opposite of value. This is the brand Canadians should eliminate from their pantries immediately. Stop paying $15 for mediocre organic peanut butter. Demand better. You deserve better. So what should Canadians buy? Because excellent peanut butter exists. Brands that respect the product. Companies that invest in quality peanuts, develop deep roasts, and charge fair prices. In my next video, I'm revealing the 5 peanut butter brands in Canada that are actually worth your money. True high-roast peanut butter with complex flavor. Minimal ingredient lines that respect the peanut. Brands that deliver on their promises. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Check your pantry right now. Is Nuts to You in there? Kraft? Wowbutter? Fatso? If any of these 10 brands are sitting on your shelf, you need to make a choice. Keep buying inferior products at premium prices. Or demand better. What's the worst peanut butter you've ever tried? What brand disappointed you most? Drop a comment. I want to hear your stories. If this investigation changed how you'll shop, hit that like button and subscribe for the follow-up covering which brands are actually worth buying. Thanks for watching. Stay informed.